Echuca. Interesting place. We bailed into the van park. No, reasonably busy. They had a few in. Just due to our size, they gave us a drive-through, which is always reasonably easy to negotiate, and it's reasonably fully professional here. You've got concrete and things. But along with a chap that's running around helping people back in. Thankfully, I didn't need him. Well, I wouldn't have needed him anyway, but I was only going to disappoint him. But everyone that drove in, I was out setting up and he's there trying to assist. And that's great, but sometimes it's a hindrance too. You know what you want to do, you've got your own set of systems and structures, and someone else with a different set of signalling methodologies to what you would use with your wife or whatever, it comes along and wants to add a third party to it. It just can make it difficult. Anyway, Echuca, we headed down along the Murray for a bit of a walk. I was quite astonished as to how high this water reached. It must have been devastating. We saw it on the news, obviously, up here. And half the nasty bit would be that they knew it was coming, and they knew it was coming for days, the poor buggers. I don't know how you survive that, and I don't know survive that financially, and I don't know just what it would cost to insure a property on the Murray River down there now. As we do always in places, we headed around Echuca on foot. And Echuca's a bit different, of course. Once was a port, lots of old buildings, many old pubs. Old churches. start. Sort of two or three different CBD type arrangements, I suppose you'd call it. The Beechworth Bakery, which I think is also in Bendigo and perhaps somewhere else, is a cracking bakery, and it was busy when we were there, and I would imagine busy all the time. It has some remarkable pies and some remarkable sugar-filled treats that I do believe were resisted at this particular place after we had lunch. I may have even not had a pie there, gone the salad wrap, as I felt the calories overwhelming me. But beautiful bakery, lots of places to eat and dine, get a coffee. Saw this little place here. What interested me was the photos on the mugs, and I did do some mugs this Christmas, but not quite as good as that. The mug's quite nice and big, and that white mug and the whole cutout photo is quite stunning, so I need to do some more work on that because I was quite impressed with that. We went on a little ride on one of the paddle steamers, just up the Murray a bit, up the Murray, down the Murray, one way or the other. Again, just noting, one, the number of houseboats, and two, just the height that flood reached when it ripped through 21, 22, whenever it was, somewhere around there. When we got on the paddle steamer, we made our way upstairs, and there was a little bit of casual but overt racism. Lady about my age, I suppose. There was a tourist group of young Asians came upstairs, and one chap asked very nice if he could sit on the bench beside the lady, and she said, "You people need to go downstairs." Unfortunately for her, downstairs was also another tourist group of disabled people with their wheelchairs and crutches and things. There was plenty of room upstairs, but we'd all spread out, so I got up and just went over and sat down on the same side as the lady, and I could assure her that after having hiked 5k's to the boat, carrying 6 or 7 kilos of gear, that I would have smelled a lot worse. I was also quite scruffy, hair undone, that type of thing. Things that make me me. She got up and went downstairs. Not sure what happened there.
She used to transport timber from Barma to Echuca. Usually towed by paddle steamer Adelaide, which will form very shortly. She was capable of carrying up to 300 tons of weight on every trip she was going. The Echuca wharf in front of us was built in 1966. Its original length was over 330 meters. Back then Echuca was a very busy town of major importance for the Australian economy, having the riverboat trade going, involving up to 200 paddle steamers plus their barges traveling up and down the river, delivering cargo here to the Echuca wharf, making the port of Echuca the third largest in Australia after Melbourne and Sydney. River is 2,508 kilometers long. It starts at Mount Pilot, and Mount Kosciuszko, and goes all the way down through Victoria, New South Wales, through around South Australia. If you look on the pylons, you'll see the flood map from spring 2022, so it should have flooded at 6 months after the bridge was done. That muddy looking state, there is a good indication of how high it was when that happened, so an extra 8 meters of river height. Echuca means the meeting of the waters in the local year-to-year.
That was a pleasant little ride in a boat, but there's something else that I in particular noticed in Echuca, and it bears mentioning. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just find that it points to the stupidity of some of those that we elect to represent us. As I said, maybe I'm wrong, but just have a watch of the next one if you're interested in what I'm talking about here. Canola between Echuca, Moama and Hay in New South Wales.